Before you do the Botox, watch this video. Is the carnivore diet making you deficient in silica? You may not have heard of silica, but it actually plays a very important role in the health of your skin and connective tissue and joints and ligaments. Also your hair and nail health and the strength of your bones. Unfortunately, a carnivore diet is deficient in silica, and I'll explain what you can do in order to offset it if you want to stick to a strict carnivore diet. Hi, my name is Dr. Sarah Zoldivar, and I was featured on the first ever carnivore diet documentary called Reverse TV series. I've also quit my nutrition professor jobs at the University of Miami, Miami-Dade College, and the American College of Sports Medicine and elsewhere, so I could focus on research, content creation, and helping the thousands of clients that I've helped towards better health and fitness. So what is silica? Silica is a trace mineral. You have two types of minerals. You have the macro or major minerals that are required in large amounts, and you have the micro or trace minerals that are required in much smaller amounts by the body, but they are essential for optimal health. So silica is a trace mineral, and it is found in certain volcanic or bedrock aquifers, and it's generally considered as this forgotten trace mineral. However, it plays a very important role in connective tissue, so before you do the Botox, watch this video. And like we said, the bone, skin, hair, and also possibly cardiovascular health, which is very, very important. So the carnivore diet is very low in silica versus plant foods, which are very high in silica. Plant foods that are rich in silica in a biologically active form that is easy to absorb. You've got beets, you've got cucumbers, bananas, spinach, and green beans, and to a lesser extent, things like lettuce and cabbage. Carrots are a pretty good source too of silica, actually. And silica is usually concentrated in the skin, so the peel does matter. It is concentrated in the skin of vegetables. Now, grains also have silica, but it doesn't really get absorbed very well. Now, that is not to say that animal foods do not have any silica at all. It's just that it's very, very, very small compared to plant sources of silica. So if you want to ensure that you're on the safe side and you're getting enough silica, then what can you do if you're following a strict carnivore diet? Enter silica-rich mineral water. Here are the brands that are rich in silica: Fiji Water, Volvic, Aquapanna, Spritzer Malaysia, Sangeron, and Silica Water Iceland. So why would we want to be on the safe side? Even though we don't have an established deficiency disease of silica, low intake of silica may lead to weaker connective tissues, and so more wrinkling in your skin and maybe joint pain, slower wound healing, brittle hair and nails, and increased risk of osteoporosis over time, and also potentially cardiovascular disease because of arterial stiffening. Another interesting function of silica is that you can use it to detox aluminum from the body. So if you're using deodorants with aluminum in them, or just you're living in a modern world where most people are exposed to aluminum and you have a high load of aluminum toxicity, it's interesting that silica could be used as a detox agent. If you're unsure about your heavy metal exposure, I will link to a test that you can get for heavy metal testing. You can just order it from my storefront. Again, it's linked below. And if you're not on my newsletter, I do send out a free copy of my 30-day carnivore diet challenge guide when people sign up to my newsletter at drsarahzoldivar.com/newsletter. And if you need one-on-one help and support and coaching on the carnivore diet or any other kind of diet, then feel free to check out my coaching packages at drsarahzoldivar.com/coaching. And if you use code YouTube at checkout, you will get 50% off for the next 48 hours. And let me know your thoughts below. I read all my comments and I answer them. And if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you let me know by giving this YouTube video a thumbs up, subscribing, and hitting that little notification bell icon so YouTube alerts you every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.